I need to pack my bags. Let's pack them.
That's money longer, different song, bruh, different producer. But I can do anything and I won't lose her. She got right with the winner left that loser. Talking shit, boy, make me get my
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be going through how I pack my personal item, which is this backpack, and then my other backpack for my trips. I'm leaving soon for another trip, and I figured it would be helpful to talk about how I fit around 10 to 15 days worth of my life into these two bags. So starting with my personal item, I say that in quotations because this is a very large personal item. So this is a Uline backpack that was a gift from my ex-boyfriend. Thank you. And I usually get away. I haven't had any issues with it. I definitely think that if you are taking like a Ryanair flight or more of a budget flight, it's going to be an issue. But for me, it has not been. So I'm gonna go through how I pack it. The way that I travel is that I have my big backpack on my back and I have this one on my front. It has a bunch of different pockets inside of it. I usually do a pouch system. So I like to hold a lot of my things in pouches, and then that just helps me remember where I put everything. Beginning with this front pocket, I'm gonna open it. As you can see, there are a lot of different little pockets in here, which I use to my advantage. I usually like to put my little things into these front pockets that I like to just grab and go so it's easy. All of the things I am putting in this bag, since it's going to be under the seat, are things that I'm going to need on my flights. And all the stuff that I put into my other bag is going to be things that I won't necessarily need on my flight, or if I really need them, I can take them out. Because since my bigger bag is going to be in the overhead compartment, this is all the stuff that I need on hand. First, I have these two eye masks. I like to bring eye masks on the plane because, especially after long flights, I look tired and drained with the jet lag. So I have one for the way there and one for the way back. These mini toothbrushes are another thing I put in here. They already have toothpaste on them, and I can just use these when I travel and throw them away. I am type 1 diabetic, so I carry a lot more supplies in my bigger bag, but I like to bring 2 extra pump sites with me in case something fails. Also have an extra vial of insulin and some syringes. This is a mini deodorant. I cannot find these in the States for some reason. They are rollerball deodorants. I tend to find I get gross on the plane, so I like to have this on me to freshen up. More personal care stuff. I have a mini hairbrush, extra contacts, a pair of earplugs for the flight. When I go to sleep, I wear these and my noise canceling headphones, and I don't hear a thing. And then lastly, I have red eye drops. Everything gets dry on the plane. My skin, my face, my eyes. These are to help with that. Sleeping mask, Dramamine tablets. These are for motion sickness. I'm also gonna throw a claw clip in here. That is what is in this front pocket. Moving on to this pocket right here in the front. I have a little Snoopy keychain, and this is where the beginnings of my pouch system starts. Pouch number 1, chargers and electronics. Long charger for my phone, SD card converter for my digital camera, charger converter. I have another phone charger, but this one actually has a USB at the end instead of a USB-C. On a lot of older planes, the only option to plug your phone in is if it has the end of a USB, if it hasn't been updated. I always like to have one of these. The amount of times that I've taken a flight and forgotten this is bad. The battery charger for my digital. In this bag is a little light, like for selfies, for pictures. I'm actually using it to film this video right now, but I put it in this bag and it goes in with the rest of my electronics. I carry 2 portable chargers. This is my backup portable charger. This pouch isn't so much for the plane as much as it is for my purse. As you can see, I have a plethora of items. Salonpas lidocaine patch. I always like to have one of these if my back starts to hurt or my knee because I'm 21 but have the body of a 90-year-old. A banana clip for my hair. I always carry an extra pump site with me, a syringe, an extra bottle of insulin, as well as my glucagon, a compact mirror.
My green velvet glasses.
Hand sanitizer, 2 electrolyte packets. Where I'm going is going to be very hot, so I want to keep these with me in case I feel gross and dehydrated. Some Band-Aids. Always keep those on you. I also have a few hair ties in here, just in case. I keep this ready so that when I land at my hostel, drop my bags off, I take this and I can just throw it in my bag, and I know I'll have everything I need. The Baggu Crescent bag, just plain black. This thing is my Lord and Savior. I can fit my entire life into here. My charging pouch goes into this pocket, as well as my purse go bag. And then also in this pocket are my snacks. Airport snacks are so expensive, so I like to bring snacks with me for the plane, so it's less that I have to spend and buy at the airport. And that completes this front pocket. Now we have the main area of the bag. In this bag are all of my makeup. Main toiletries are in my big bag. I like having this in this bag, so before I land, I can go ahead and do my makeup. Because I don't wear makeup on the plane. So when I get to my hostel, and I can go straight out for the day. In this front zippered pocket, 2 pill containers. I divide them into extras and my dailies. They open up and they have compartments. And I like to keep these in my purse as well when I go out. And here is going to be the pills that I take regularly in the morning and at night. I keep my padlock in here as well to keep your valuables safe. Sometimes I'll put them on my bag or on the locker in my hostel room. Again, more diabetes supplies, a small compact mirror. I love this mirror because it folds and it stands up as well. When I'm doing my makeup either on the plane or in the hostel, I can sit down and I just have a bigger mirror. Plain kind of long sleeve to put on the plane if I get cold. My Baggu. So as I mentioned, this is the purse that I take with me on all of my travels. I stuff that in this part of the bag. I have my digital camera. I actually sewed this case myself. I keep her in this case, and that completes the main section. So in this side pocket, my makeup wipes, flushable wipes. I always keep these on me, whether I need to use them for my hands or when I go to the bathroom. I actually usually carry these in my purse as well. I found a lot of bathrooms in Europe do not have toilet paper. Lastly, I actually got this at Walmart the other day. It's a mini perfume. Done. The other side of the bag has the same thing. And in here, I keep these fuzzy socks. When I'm on the plane, I wear compression socks, but I also love to have a pair of these. My feet get really cold. They help me sleep and they're comfy. A case for my glasses. Lastly, these are a pair of sunglasses. In the back part of the bag, we have this slot. I have this manila folder. Here I keep my photocopies of my ID, my passport. I print out my booking information and physical copies of all the tickets for everything. I have my journal. I have a much more complex journal system, but when I travel, I only like to bring my main one. I also keep some plain plastic bags. I always find that I need a plastic bag for something. On this trip that I'm going on, I'm going to be swimming. So I plan on bringing these bags with me when I go to the beach so I can put my wet swimsuits in here. So since I wear this bag on my front, in this pocket is where I keep this, which has my passport in it. Inside of my passport, I also have an AirTag. Extra portable charger goes in here, as well as my wallet. It's right in front of me, and no one can steal it. The absolute last thing that I do is this. This is my neck pillow. I attach it to my bag via a carabiner clip. And then this just hangs off of my bag. So now we can move into the big guy. This is the Calpak Luca duffel bag. I absolutely love this bag. As you can see, I have little patches of places that I've been. I need to get the rest of them. What I love about this bag is that you can wear it basically 3 ways. I wear it as a backpack. You have these straps here. Also has the option to tuck these in, and then in here, you have a strap to make it a duffel bag. Onto these, it also has this handle. We're first going to get into the main section. I took my stuff out. I'm gonna put it back in to show you guys. This is all my underwear folded up and it lays flat here. These are my shirts. So put this in here like that. Stacked on top are going to be my pants. These are packing cubes from BagSmart. I love them. They come in a bunch of different sizes. So I keep those flat like this. These straps in here go so that you can clip it, and then I yank it super tight to keep it as flat as possible. And we still have all of this room. But for this side of the bag, I have this packing cube. This has 2 scarves, my swimsuits, and my bras. Sideways, my sandals. I don't like wearing open-toed shoes on flights, so these are mainly what I'm going to be wearing on this trip, but I'm going to pack them. I have this towel, which is a beach towel, and then an extra pair of sleep shorts that I forgot to put in my packing cube, and this sandal, like that. That is shut. The majority of this trip I'm going to be wearing sandals, so I'm not really going to be needing socks. Figured I'd pack a few pairs though. Lastly, I have this little tote bag. I always like to bring a tote bag with me, especially when I buy things, so I don't have to carry around a bunch of shopping bags. Laid on top of this, I'm using it right now, is going to be my tripod that I use to take pictures of myself. Moving into this part of the bag, in this section, I like to put my toiletries. Everything has to be TSA compliant. I like to put my toiletries into smaller little containers, and I like to keep it in this little plastic bag that has this on it. So when I go shower in a hostel, I can hook it all in the bathroom. These are all of what I'm taking with me inside of the shower, so I can keep those all in one place. Also in here, I have my contacts. I have a comb for my hair, a roll of masking tape. I use this to close all of my toiletries so that they don't explode inside of my bag. So of course I take the tape off when I travel, and then before I go home, I like to tape everything back up. In these 2 pockets, first I have this bag, which is full of diabetes supplies. Pump sites, insulin, extra Lancets, everything. This bag, again, another pouch, where I keep all of my jewelry and some hair supplies. And here is a little case where I have hair ties, clips for my hair, some safety pins, little elastics, and hair clips. It looks like it's not going to fit, but I promise it will. These side straps where you can, to loosen them a bit, can clip them and further make sure that the bag is more secure as well as small and compact as possible. These front pockets. And in here, I just like to keep sort of my extra stuff. I have 2 extra Salon Paws. This bag, which holds my beach towel when I roll it up. 3 headbands. I wear these religiously. I have extra just sandwich bags. Again, I always find that I need these for something, especially when I'm packing up and coming home. Pack of Q-tips, electrolyte packets. In this pocket, I have a bunch of fruit snacks. So I use these for when my blood sugar goes low. I love to bring them in my purse. They're super light. And again, just less that I have to buy when I'm there. That brings us to bag number 1. And bag number 2. That is usually, of course it changes depending on where I'm going and the location, but those are what my 2 bags look like, and surprisingly can fit 10 days worth of stuff in here, plus room for extras. So hopefully I didn't overpack. I usually do, but that's how I like to pack my things and organize them. So hopefully that will help you guys on your next backpacking trip, or if you're just kind of looking for inspiration on how to fit a lot of stuff into 2 carry-on bags. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah.